The heat continues for us this summer, and that makes it tough to even think about cooking. But we're going to help cool things down thanks to Chef Laura and her smoked salmon rolls. These look delicious. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Kaylee?
I'm excited because I have to tell you what, just a few ingredients. This recipe under $20.
Under $20 and under 20 minutes really to put together as well.
We like that too.
You just need a few simple ingredients. So let me tell you what we've got going here. Okay, in the bowl right here is mascarpone. This is an Italian cheese. It's actually either a double or a creme, so it's very, very creamy. A very quick substitution in the U.S. would be something like a cream cheese, but it really is not going to give you the same type of flavor. It's most closely associated with tiramisu, but so you can use it for both savory and for sweet. So we're going to go savory today. So other ingredients we're going to include, I'm going to hand them to you. You're going to put them into our bowl here. I've minced up some chives, so these are just fresh chives that I've chopped up. Okay, so we're going to whisk that into that, and then also we're going to add capers. Capers are the actual pickled bud, or berry of a bush that's grown in the Mediterranean and the Middle East. So you see it predominant in Greek and Italian cuisine, but we are going to use them today for our Italian cuisine as well. So I'm going to add those in, and they've got a nice salty element as well. All right. Then, of course, because we can, we're going to add some fresh lemon juice. And we're going to whisk that in too. I got a little bit of a peppermint. And then just a little tiny hit of salt. We don't want to go overboard on the salt, and the reason for that, that's kosher salt. Okay. We don't want to go overboard for the main reason that our salmon is salty and our capers are a little salty, so we don't want to over salt. Now, the next thing we need to do is we're going to make these little rolls out of this. So we take this wonderful little mixture that we've made, and this is the part where we get nice and messy. We're just going to put a little bit of that on the end of our smoked salmon. And then we're going to take this last ingredient that I haven't talked about. This is arugula. Arugula is a green. It's also known as rocket lettuce. And it's funny, if you go to Italy and look at a menu for tourists, they call it rocket lettuce, but most Americans would have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's funny.
So this is arugula. It's spicy in its flavor. So that's nice because it gives a peppery element to our salmon roll as opposed to adding more salt or something citrusy or what have you. So we're going to just add a couple of these so they stand up, okay, and we kind of trim them however we want to. And then we just roll this up.
And that's it?
And that's it. Now, I can make it more complicated for you, but I don't think I need to because it's perfect the way it is. And that's the smoked salmon roll with the arugula and the mascarpone and the capers.
Talk to me about how you've presented this, because it looks like you've done some lattice work there.
Yeah, well, you have a little extra time on your hands, you kind of get fun with the chives. Well, and presentation is everything. Presentation is everything. People definitely eat with their eyes before they taste anything, because if it doesn't look good, you're definitely not going to want to try it. So what I do is I plated the smoked salmon rolls, and then I chopped the chives to fit to make little quadrants for each of them to fall into. And then the last thing I would add to this is I would take my microplane, which is this tool right here, which finely grates lemon zest. And the nice thing about a microplane is it makes it really easy to do the zesting. When I was still in culinary school, these didn't exist, so we had to do all this by hand.
Sure.
I think they introduced it like a month after I finished.
Of course.
It was definitely a concern. So if I just take this and I just grate a little bit of the lemon zest right over this, it also adds a little extra color to my dish, as well as some additional flavor. So we'll add that as well.
I know this is smoked salmon. You could use lox with this as well. Are there any other kinds of meats that you would incorporate into this?
Incorporate into it or replace maybe?
Replace,
like if you aren't a smoked salmon lover? If you're not a smoked salmon lover, there's no reason you couldn't use a little bit of thinly sliced roast beef and do the same type of thing. I think all the flavor elements that we've discussed do really, really well with that.
I want to ask you about some of your classes, because she has cooking classes that she does, but you'll also go into people's homes if they want to entertain, maybe add something a little extra special to a dinner party.
That's right. Well, we can do a number of different things. We do plated dinner parties, anywhere from 2 to about 50, which are really, really fun.
Wow.
And we do private events up to 200. But we'll also do hands-on parties. So you can either come into our location or we'll go into your home, and what we'll do there is we'll actually enable everybody to have their hands into the that we're preparing, and then we help you plate them and put them out on the tables. Everybody enjoys it.
And there are so many tricks that you like to incorporate, because I think most of us, or all of us, could say that we want to save time in the kitchen. Our climate, I think, begs for that, especially this time of year, but also our lifestyles.
Well, our lifestyles, we seem to be in a hurry all the time. So with food, we find an opportunity to step back and relax a little bit, especially when you're doing some type of entertainment.
Yes.
And if you think about it, when you're entertaining people in your home, they end up in your kitchen. So why not put them to work doing something that they love? And everyone wants to have a hand in helping anyway.
It's true.
Even the one person who just wants to do the dishes, God bless them, let them just do the dishes.
We get rid of the guilt when we do that. It's so true.
Exactly.
Chef Laura, thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure being here today.
Always great to have you here at Sonoran Living.